Hi you guys, welcome to another video. So today is Sunday, it is January 12th, and today I'm going to be talking about something I've been wanting to share with you guys for a while. And I thought today, y'all know when I'm up here, I'm in my office. So when I'm in my office, y'all know it's something serious. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about my semaglutide or GLP-1, otherwise known as Ozempic journey. Yes guys, I have been taking Ozempic since 2023. So if you are interested in this journey and what that's been like for me, keep watching. Been a product of a flawless environment. Never acted like I'm higher than you. And I still pray. So guys, first thing you should know about me is that I am a type 2 diabetic. I was diagnosed with diabetes. Well, first of all, they have been telling me that I was pre-diabetic for years. And of course, I didn't do all the things that I needed to do, you know, to lose weight and eat healthier and, you know, and of course my numbers, my A1C numbers kept going up and up and up until I was at, I think 6.57, something like that, which makes you full-blown diabetic. So I have been taking metformin for a few years while I was in the pre-diabetes stage. Sometimes I wonder if even doing all the right things would have helped me, because diabetes runs in my family. It is on my mother's side, it is on my father's side. My mother in her older age has been diagnosed with diabetes. My grandmother, her mother, had diabetes. On my father's side, my father was a chronic diabetic, meaning he had to take 3 shots a day of insulin. My grandfather, his father, was a chronic diabetic as well. Had I believe it was part of the reason why he died. He was a chronic diabetic. So I have it on both sides of my family. And so I really should have been doing all that I could to keep from getting it, but I wonder if it even would have helped. But so anyway, that's the first thing you need to know about me. I am diabetic. So because of that, I was able to go on a GLP-1 drug, otherwise known as Ozempic, and all the other ones that they have out now. So I have notes here so I won't forget anything. So you should also know about me that I have been overweight probably since, I was trying to think back. I feel like when I was in grade school I wasn't. I feel like high school I wasn't, but I was always a little thick and I was always top heavy. And I think I started gaining weight probably in college, when I went away to college. I think that's what, when I started to gain a little weight. And yeah, so I have always, I say always because I would say in my adult life, always struggled with weight loss and that. So over the years, I have tried so many things. I have joined numerous health clubs. I have been in Weight Watchers probably 3 times. I joined and been unsuccessful because I was not committed. I was in a research study one time when I worked at a university, and that was successful. It was a research study, weight loss research study, where you had to document everything that you ate, and also I'm trying to think, it was the main thing about it was writing down everything that you ate, and then maybe working out. I can't remember, but anyway, I lost 15 pounds on that, and so it was very successful. But when the research study ended, so did my weight loss. I have also tried so many different diets: the tomato diet, the tomato soup diet, the cabbage diet. I've tried the Atkins diet. I bought all the books. I've done all the things, y'all. But you know what it all boils down to is how committed are you. And so apparently I have never been really committed enough to lose the weight. So I also was approved for gastric bypass surgery. So I guess this would be a good time to tell you my highest weight was 110. I am 5'3", so you know that's way overweight. Yeah, so I was approved for gastric bypass surgery. This was back when I was working at the university. That was probably in 2000, I want to say maybe 2013. They approved me to have that. And as you know, when you have gastric bypass surgery, you have to go through this whole process, one of which is to attend seminars. You need to see a psychiatrist to see if you're, you know, mentally stable enough to do it, see where your head is at around weight and eating and all of that. And when I went to after I went to the first meeting, after that, I decided I'm not going to do it. This is not for me, because at that time I had like 50 pounds to lose. 50 pounds, like I was like, I can do that. So I chose not to do the gastric bypass surgery. I could have also, at that time, I was offered the sleeve, but the doctor that I had at the time told me, no, don't do the sleeve. If you're going to do it, do it. You might as well do, you know, the invasive surgery. And it just kind of scared me, and I just felt like the risks were too high for the small amount of weight that I had to lose, so I opted not to do it. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. I wrote down all of the meds that I have been on to lose weight, and also their weight loss / diabetic medications, of which, you know, Ozempic is really a diabetic medication, but now people are using it just, you know, for weight loss, and you can get it just for weight loss if you have the money to pay for the pill, so, or the shots. So I have been on Jardiance. That was one of the ones I was on. I have been on Topiramate, otherwise known as FinFan. I don't know if y'all remember that. I was on FinFan. That was very effective, but FinFan is off the market now because of the cardiac risks to it. So, but I think you can still do so it's FinFan is phentermine plus Topiramate. You can still get the Topiramate, but not the phentermine or something like that. So anyway, I had tried that, and that was effective. Then, y'all, in 2015, I went on well, let me tell you, I was working for a doctor. He was a PhD, but he was a research person. And so we were talking about, because he had diabetes and I had diabetes, and we were just talking about it one day, and he said to me, he said, Michelle, have you ever thought about seeing an endocrinologist? And I was like, what is that? And so he was explaining to me, you know, what an endocrinologist was, and he said, you might try it because they may be able to prescribe a weight loss drug for you. So he gave me the name of a doctor. This is when I lived in Minnesota. I went to that doctor, and that doctor prescribed, well, he asked my history, of course, of what I have tried to lose weight, and I told him all the things, and that I was unsuccessful and all that. And he asked me, would you be interested in trying a weight loss drug? And I was like, yes. So he put me on something called Qsymia. Y'all, when I tell you, that stuff was so effective. That has been the most effective drug or method that I have tried to lose weight. When I went to him, I think I was at my highest weight. My highest weight has been 210 pounds. So I went on the Qsymia. I started at 3.75 milligrams, then went up to 7.5. And Ozempic works the same way, where they increase the meds gradually. You cannot get on the highest dose. You have to start at the lowest and then work your way up. And so then I went up from 7.5 to 11.25, and then finally up to the highest dose, which was 15 milligrams. Y'all, I lost 37 pounds on Qsimia. And I'm going to post a picture. You'll see it up here of me, how I looked back then. Oh my goodness. That was the best I have felt or looked as long as I can ever remember. However, so I started that drug in May of 2014 and I stopped it in 2016. So I was on it for like a year and a half to 2 years. It was so effective. It was so good. I lost so much weight. I lost it gradually. I looked fabulous. I felt fabulous. But the side effects, y'all, I couldn't do it anymore. The side effects, so you know, every drug has side effects, and they give you the whole laundry list of side effects. So the side effects for this drug: dry mouth, where you would get a stale taste in your mouth, which created halitosis so bad, insomnia, constipation, memory loss that supposedly was not permanent. You know, it was a type of memory loss where you had trouble getting your thoughts together sometimes couldn't think of the word that you're trying to say, that kind of thing. And another side effect was an occasional tingling in your hands and feet, your extremities. So those were the possible side effects. Guess which ones I got? All of them. I got all of the side effects, but because it was so effective, I kept taking it, and I had lost all this weight. And so the plan is for you, it's not like Ozempic where you're on it forever, or can be. This one, once you reach your goal weight or whatever, you needed to go off of it. So I went off of it, and sure enough, the weight started creeping back on. So I gained the weight back eventually. After that, I'm gonna skip down to 2022. I went on Victoza, which is a diabetic / weight loss drug. It made me sick, very nauseous, and I'm very prone to nausea. So I got off of that. Then I went on Trulicity. Trulicity seemed to be working well for me, but it too made me very sick and nauseous, like I wanted to vomit. And then finally in 2023, in June of 2023, about that time, Ozempic came out. Or that's when I went on it. I think it was fairly new then. So I went on Ozempic in 2023, started out at 0.25 milligrams for 4 weeks, then increased to 0.5 milligrams for 2 weeks. Then I went up to 1 milligram, and then finally to 2 milligrams. I was on Ozempic. When I started it, I weighed 205 pounds. I started in June. By October, I was weighing 198.7 pounds. So y'all, Ozempic was not effective for me. I was on it, and I feel like I was on it for longer than that, maybe just a little bit longer than that, and it just never, the weight was just coming off like a pound a month or something like that. It was not, and I know people have had tremendous results on Ozempic, but it was not that for me. It did not curb my appetite. Just a little bit, and that's a little bit weight that I lost too. So that wasn't working that good for me. So my doctor asked me if I was interested in changing to a different, because by this time then all these other, Wegovy came out, Mounjaro came out. I mean, there's Zepbound, there's so many different ones that are out now. So my doctor asked me if I'd be interested in trying Mounjaro. So in January of last year, I went on Mounjaro. By the time January rolled around of 2024, I was at 193. Remember, I started at like 205, so that's not that much weight. So I started on 5 milligrams of Mounjaro. I was at 193. In July, I went up to 10 milligrams. And at that time, I was at 188.4. in October, went up to 12.5 milligrams, and I was at 184.6. So still a slow weight loss, but better than before. And then today, which is January 12th, I weighed myself and I am at 182. So I have lost approximately 25 pounds since I started this whole GLP-1 journey. And while I'm happy for 25 pounds of weight loss, I am not really happy with the progress, the slowness of the progress that I made. Like, my story is not like when you look at other people who have lost so much weight on Ozempic and these drugs, and you look at me and I'm like, well, you know, I'm grateful for the little bit that I did lose, but I mean, 25 pounds is a good amount of weight. But for as long as I've been on these drugs, which has been since, really, I've been taking these drugs since March of 2022. So almost 3 years. And I've lost like 25 pounds. So, you know, but that's my story. Other people have different stories. With the Mounjaro, I still, every now and then, I am nauseated, but it's not real bad. I also have constipation really bad, but my doctor prescribed a drug called Senna, so I can take that to help with constipation. So I'm on that. But that's been my only side effects, has been a little bit of nausea and a lot of constipation. Other than that, most of all, Mounjaro, it has changed my taste buds. Like, I don't be like, I'm hungry a lot of times, but I just don't have a taste for a lot of foods that I used to eat. So that's been the biggest change that I can see, or side effects. So yeah, I'm gonna continue. I am not yet on the highest dose of Mounjaro. There is one more. I think Mounjaro goes up to 15. So I have one more, and it's probably time for me to let my doctor know, because she never says anything. I always have to tell her that I think I need to increase my dose. So I think I have one more dose increase to do, and then I'll be up to 15 milligrams. And who knows, maybe that's gonna, you know, do the trick. But yeah, so that's my journey. And y'all, I keep track. This is in my phone, in my iPhone. I keep track in the health app. I have been keeping track for years of my weight, so I have all the numbers, y'all. You know, because I'm very conscientious about it. So this, I wanted to show you. This is what I take. This is what it looks like. Y'all probably know by now. I don't know. This is what I take. This is a shot, and I take one shot a week. It doesn't hurt at all. This is a pen. It does not hurt at all. It goes in your stomach. I put mine in my stomach. I think they said you can also put it in your arm, your upper arm or something. And so yeah, it's just very simple. You find a day of the week. I try to do it on the weekends. I try to do Friday, but I forget. So I do mine either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And so you just take this cap off of there, and then you turn this to the green, and then you push that into your stomach like so, like that. Yeah, it just goes into your stomach. Hold it for 10 seconds to make sure it went in there, and that's it. You can't even feel it. So that's what I do once a week. And that is my story. My GLP journey, that is what it's been like for me. Not as successful as others, but I'm grateful for it, because without that, I'd probably still be over 200 pounds. Now, last week, about a week ago, I weighed myself, and I was 170. Where is that at? Yeah, on December 28th it was. I weighed myself and I was at 178.7 and I was so happy. I was like, I'm in the 170s. I was so happy, y'all. But I've been eating bad and so now I'm back up to 182. But yeah, I'm gonna keep at it and I try to do good. You know, but I do enjoy myself. I eat what I kind of want to eat, but I can't eat as much. That's another thing. It has curbed my appetite where I can't eat the quantities that I used to eat. So that is a really good thing. That's the best effect that this drug has had on me, is that I can't just glutton eat anymore. You know, I'm full after a regular size portion. So that is a good thing. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that with y'all. Been wanting to share that for a while. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I definitely will hit you back and answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.